Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. We are from CARDBURIES Group. We'll present the issues and recommendations from Merbatty case. My name is IZZATI binti AMIR. A157480 will give a recommendation about the first issue, which is the new design supplier for Surania. First of all, I will introduce to you guys about the background of Merbatty Boat Company. Merbatty Boat Company was formed 33 years ago in a northern European country in a luxury boat building industry. It currently has two boat building facilities in Europe and the west coast of USA. As the company is expanding, Merbatty had discussed to build a new branch of boat facilities in the Middle East country. There are some issues in expanding the branch, and in this case, we will discover and give some recommendations on them. The first issue is about the new design supplier for Surania. Merbatty wants to open a new branch of boat building facility in the Middle East country, Surania. It is nearing to a completion and is due to be opened a little later than originally planned in February 2014. However, the issues of the interior design supplier has remained unresolved. Lucas Dian, who is a former of chief designer and now holding a position of technical director in Merbatty Boat Company, has gathered some background information on two potential design companies to be a supplier in Surania. However, there are two companies, which is Cooper Design and Arabian Interiors, who are willing to be a Merbatty supplier. There are pros and cons in both supplier companies, and you have to choose the best for Merbatty's boat company. For the first Surania supplier, which is Cooper Designs, have a long history in a boat building experience. They serve and produce a very high quality of traditional and modern boat design to its customer. The best reward they had achieved is winning an award in Dubai International Boat Show 2013. They have a great reputation and has been well known internationally among their customers and their market. The employees are expert in CAD and provided a customer service called Extranet to make sure that their customers are satisfied with the bespoke boat design. They also provide a capacity for all Merbatty's boats wherever they might be. However, despite all of the advantages, it also have a disadvantages in choosing them. The cost for bespoke design is too high, which is 100k euro, and the company is located 200 miles, which is about 300 km far from Merbatty's boat building facility in Surania. It will automatically increasing the cost in transportation or shipping in supplies. Besides Cooper Design, Arabian Interiors also willing to be a supplier in Surania. They also have received an award in Dubai International Boat Show 2013 for the best Arabian boat design. The company is financed by a wealthy sheikh that can provide a limitless fund to Merbatty Boat Company if they want to expand the building whenever they want. The connection of the company with Arabian well-known sheikh makes them to have a bigger network in the country. They are focused on their local market because the design of the boat is more to Arabian design. They offered a 90k euro for the bespoke design that Merbatty wants, which is lower than the cost of Cooper Design. The employees are all from local countries and have been well trained and educated in using the CAD system to serve their customers. The company is located near to Merbatty's boat building facilities. However, they are very new in the industries. They only have 4 years experience in producing the boat supplies. Because of that, they have lack of experience in the industries. From both Cooper Designs and Arabian Interiors advantages and disadvantages to be a supplier in Surania boat building facility, we suggest Merbatty's boat company to choose Arabian Interiors. Also, they do not have many experience as Cooper Design. They have a wide range of network, and it will reduce Merbatty's boat company the cost of marketing. The cost for bespoke design also are cheaper than Cooper Design. They are located in Surania, which will reduce the cost in transportation and their shipping. Besides, Arabian Interiors also had an offer for an unlimited fund in expansion if Merbatty want to expand the boat building facility anytime. Their experience can be built if they are willing to, as long as they can be a good supplier to Merbatty. Then it is good enough for them to be the supplier.
My name is CARLOTTA, daughter of Esu, and my matric number is A1582 and 85. Now, we're going to look at the second situation, which is accident at the work. Based on the scenario, we know that Paulo arrived for work with a high on drugs. he managed to avoid his colleague on arrival at the boatyard. When he on the way to the house properly, he falling down and break his leg. Besides that, Jasper as a close friend to the Paulo, where he know about Paulo's bad habit, which is drug addiction, and also Jasper just ignored it and he never tried to stop it. Based on the scenario, there are three issues. First, Paulo arrived for work with high on drugs. Second, Paulo falling down and break his leg. Third, Jasper knows about Paulo's bad habit, which is drug addict. Now, we're going to look at the impact of the issue toward company and the employee. First, toward company. First point, company reputation will be affected if the accident exposed to media, because a company with a drug addicted employee will give shame to the company. Second point, company's sense of social responsibility will be doubted by employee, because allowing employee to take drugs during a working hour is really harmful to the social responsibility. Third point, Merbatty will be criticized for poor HR management, because there is no strict rules for employee, where there is a chance for Paulo to come to work with a high on drugs, and also Jasper, he know about the bad habit but he refused to stop it and he just chose to ignore it. Second, impact to the employee. First point, employee feel unfair because friends with director will give Paulo a privilege where he can do whatever he want. For example, he come for work with an eye on drugs, so this may affect employee certification toward Merbatty's company. Second point, staff feel insecure because employer do not pay full attention toward employees' health and safety, where we can see Jasper, he knows about Paul's bad habit but he just tried to ignore it and he never tried to stop it. So this shows that the employer has lack of humanistic care toward employee. In conclusion, there are few recommendations that I want to highlight in terms of short and long. First, in short term, Merbatty should send Paulo to receive his inhibitory recover treatment, where he can overcome his bad habit. Second, Merbatty should pay medical fee for Paulo to show off that companies care toward employees' health. Third, Jasper should show his concern to Paulo, where he tried to stop him from taking the drugs. Last but not least, the company should send a warning letter to all the irresponsible employees for their bad behavior in workplace, so that they be alert to maintain a good behavior in workplace. Second, in long term. First point, Merbatty should raise health and safety training as a regularly for employee, so that the company be alert toward employees' health and safety. Besides that, Merbatty should organize a drug awareness campaign at company to aware the employee about uses of drug and how to prevent. Second, Merbatty should strengthen regulation over all employees, so that there is no excuse or chance for employee to break the rules and regulation. Last but not least, effective supervision system toward directors' behavior and employee can build a responsibility behavior among director and employee to avoid such situation as Paul and Jasper.
Hi everyone. Today I will explain about Merbatty case under racing boat issue. So for racing boat issue, Jasper suggested new marketing idea to increase the sales of Merbatty. Jasper wants to build a speedboat in the competition, and initially Merbatty would race for a period of 2 years. If successful, it could be continued, and the development into Merbatty selling its own range of speedboats. This step will lead more sales of Merbatty performance for motorboats, especially for P3000. Alberto is dismayed by this development because for him, he feels that this idea could, with no guarantee of success in the race or at any definite extra sales for P3000. So the main issue for this racing boat issue is Alberto wants to know how many extra P3000 would have to sell to break even over 2 years, and my own assessment of the risk and benefit of my idea. Okay, so the best solution for this racing boat issue is I use two types of analysis. First is financial analysis and second one is a strategic analysis. So for the financial analysis, we could find how many extra boats that Merbatty have to sell to break even over 2 years. So here, I assume sales volume as X and the selling price per boat is 4.4 million, while the variable cost per boat with the hull and the other materials and direct labor cost is 1.8 million. The total contribution margin is 1.8x. So the total cost for the racing boat with the development and build cost and travel accommodation and direct engineering cost would be the 28 million. So to find the extra P3000 to sell for Merbatty is 1.8x will equal to the total cost of the racing boat. So we could find the sales volume for 15.56. Merbatty have to sell 16 boats for P3000 to break even over 2 years. So for the second solution, I choose strategic analysis, which I prefer to use SAF strategy. So here we have suitability, acceptability and feasibility. So first of all, for the suitability, what is the definition for the suitability according to the Merbatty case? So for suitability, concern with whether the suggestion made by Jasper will achieve the target goal. So what is the target goal for his suggestion? Increase sales of Merbatty performance motorboats, especially for P3000. Okay, so under suitability we have two factors, which are supporting factors and risky factors. So first of all, for the supporting factors, increased demand for P3000 boat in future, where customer will believe in Merbatty's production. Second, it will give a great turnover as their profit. Third, increased production in P3000. And then from these factors, Merbatty will well known in worldwide and will get high reputation in among other listed company. So for the risky factors, we have few risky factors here. So first of all, for the failure image, when they lost in the competition, the reputation of the company will affected. Second, the trust issue among the customer and the Merbatty company. The customer may not believe and start finding other better boat building company. So if let's say any accidents or engine damage will happen during the competition, it will high cost in recovery. The next risky factor here is the share price will be affected from the failure image. All these factors will cause low production for Merbatty and will reduce the demand for P3000. So the second component under SAF strategy is acceptability. So what is the definition for the acceptability? Concern with the expected performance outcome from the Jasper's idea. So what are the criteria? First, return and risk. So if let's say the Merbatty success, what are the return they gain? First, high demand for the speedboats in future, especially for P3000. Second, high turnover as their profit because due to the high production. Good perspective from the investment sector. Last but not least, share price will increase. If let's say Merbatty failure in the competition, it will cause risk for the company, where they will lose the customer due to the belief. Second, high cost in rebuilding the boats. Share price will decrease, and this thing also will cause shareholders and management conflicts will exist due to, since Merbatty is a public listed company, they didn't consider the shareholders before taking the decision. The last component under SAF strategy is feasibility. So the definition for the feasibility here is concern with whether Merbatty has the resources and the capability to deliver the suggestion, in other words, if it could work in practice. So for this, we have three components as well. So financial, organizational and technological. Under financial, we have several points, which are, first, the first year costing for the racing boat is 20 million and only will sell extra 8 boats for P3000. The second point is 15 million of expenditure would be required in new boat design, particularly for area hull designs and building process for large boat and the new models. The last point, this kind of ideas and its costing does not stated in Merbatty 5 years plan. The second component under feasibility is organizational. So here the point, changes in organization structure, which are distribution channel will be more complex, human resource where Merbatty have to hire expertise workers, and then for the production techniques it will be more wider. Last component under feasibility is technological. Here we have 2 points, which are speedboat production, especially for the racing boat, the advanced technology system to be used, and second, technological aspect should be more specified, which means how the speedboat to be produced and how long the speedboat to be produced. I will reject the suggestion by Jasper. Merbatty should not build speedboat and join the competition. So because answer metric strategy, this idea will categorize under diversification. So why I categorize this suggestion as diversification? Because it focuses on entering new market, which is racing world, with introducing the new product, build up their own speedboat. Why it's defined as new product? P3000 is already existing product in the Merbatty. This is because Jasper come out with his own costing calculation besides using the existing costing in Merbatty. Besides this, I have other points to say that this suggestion is more risky because there are no guarantee of success in the race. Moreover, if failure, the reputation of the Merbatty will flop. In case the accident and damage will happen to the engine or controversy happen, it will cost high to reproduce the speedboat. In conclusion, I have few suggestions of this racing boat issue. So to avoid this complication, they can get some advices from the shareholders before making any decision in their company, because this is a public listed company. And then as a marketing director, Jasper can listing more better marketing strategies such as special promotion for the speedboats, exhibition, exclusive presentation to the buyers, special demanding show. Even they can increase the quality of product management with the existing motorboats to create a better quality products in the future.
Hi, I am SOLEHAH binti NASRI, A157264, will discuss the fourth issue, which is sales staff issues. An argument between Stephen Gill and Mary Lou. Either they want to hire sales staff or not for 5 years future plan. They have their own argue to support their opinion. In my view, there are 5 points that I can discuss about these issues. The first one is costing. In Stephen Gill's proposal said Merbatty can reduce the cost of the company if they hire the sales staff, because the sales staff salary lower than the agent commission. But by hiring sales staff, Merbatty cannot avoid the commitment to pay salary every month, either the sales increase or decrease. Plus, in the proposal said they will open 20 new sales office, which are need a lot of cost. Second, motivation. The agents will be more motivated because their income is from the sales they do. But the sales staff still can earn income from Merbatty even though they do not have any sales. So the agent motivations is more higher than the sales staff motivation. Third point is experience. Merbatty can save their money to do others important things than spending the money to train a new sales staff who are not knowledgeable and experienced regarding to the industry. Merbatty do not have to train the agent from begin to expert because they already a part of the company for a long time. The fourth point is reputation. Merbatty will show a negative reputation to their loyal customer or prospect customer if the experienced agent are terminated to hire the sales staff. The worst thing is can happen such as loss their loyal customer trust on its brands. Lastly, the point is time. As we know, an employee have their own limit time to their working hour, but as an agent, they can work unlimited and flexible time. Agents can spend more time to do their marketing and sell and reach more customers in future. As conclusion, we agree with Stephen Gill at the first place, who is want to maintain the agents, but Merbatty should do some adjustment, such as we recommend the company to secure the contract and make sure the customers' database from agents are safe. And Merbatty should make more engagement with the customer even though the customer were dealing with the agent. Merbatty should guide the agents to make sales and how to reach more customers to make more sales for Merbatty.
Husna Nadhirah binti Ismail, A161674, will present about issues between JKL towards Merbatty. First of all, let's go to the introduction about JKL. As we know from the case, JKL is a listed company with a varied portfolio of investment in a range of international companies that mainly in the construction, engineering and maritime industries. Other than that, JKL is the major investor which holds 28% shares of Merbatty, and JKL also can exert significant influence toward the company. However, Alberto Blanc, the chairman of Merbatty, still views his company as his personal property. From my opinion, there are two issues happen in this scenario. Firstly, there are trust and miscommunication issues when JKL assumed that Merbatty has devoted too much to charitable work under the influence of Alberto's personal preference. It is because Simon believed that Alberto viewed Merbatty as his personal property by doing charity without any limitation. Moreover, Simon Lelet also thinks the charity is absolutely a cost to the company. Meanwhile, the case said that Merbatty receives much good publicity from Alberto charitable work and every employee or staff is eligible by him to participate in one charitable assignment every 4 years. As from this situation, we can conclude that Simon does not understand the real purpose and impact of Alberto charitable work itself to the company. Okay, let's move to the second issues. There are professionalism issues in this scenario when Simon might assume that Alberto's lack of professionalism as a chairman of Merbatty when he ignores all of other investor interests to some extent by treating Merbatty as his personal property. Besides, it also can harm the relation between them and cause negative influence toward JKL investment decision in the future. Furthermore, this issue could also result in JKL justification with Merbatty's chairman and lack of confidence due to Alberto's professionalism problems in managing his company. Now, let's go to the recommendation. The first recommendation that I will suggest for both issues is Merbatty should establish the effective communication between investors and company. Therefore, all investors need to be informed and briefed accordingly the benefits and the importance of such matters and according to Merbatty's 5-year plan in order to avoid misunderstandings that could diminish the company's performance in the future. In other words, the weak link between all investors and company must be changed. Merbatty should take this communication into a serious part because the good relationship between the shareholder is very important for company development in the future. Other than that, by this method, all investors' trust towards Merbatty can be fully developed. Now, let's move on to the second recommendation that I will suggest. Alberto Blanc, the chairman of Merbatty, needs to remove his idea that he can control Merbatty completely and think wisely whether the company will develop rapidly or not under his complete controls. Other than that, when making decisions about important issues, Merbatty should hold board meetings and consider every director's advice. It is because this method can help to increase the reasonability of decisions and build a good corporate image of protecting the benefits for all investors. Therefore, these professionalism issues in this scenario can be resolved and for sake of Merbatty's remarkable accomplishments in the future.
Hi, I am AMIRAH. The last scenario in this topic is the late delivery of her from Topcrest. On this case issue is Merbatty's health supplier, Topcrest, has been so successful lately and recently won a new major client but allow a new lucrative order to jump queue. It has to delay 2 months the delivery Merbatty orders. As compensation, Topcrest promised that this will not happen again and offer Merbatty some financial support. Through Merbatty will lose its right to sue Topcrest for any breach of the contract. On the other hand, Full found another her supplier willing to supply the her at a short notice, just with an extra cost €50,000. This following will impact between Merbatty and Topcrest through comparison on relationship, production, and finance. Relationship have 3 types, which is between company and company, company and employees, and company with customer. The first one is company with company, which is Merbatty and Topcrest have been in a partner relationship for 20 years and has built up a very strong relationship with Topcrest design and manufacturing team. It will be cool if Merbatty broke up partnership with Topcrest because Merbatty is a key customer of Topcrest of achieve Topcrest desire for greater success. Next, between Merbatty management and employees. Employees just care about the amount of deposit that they receive from company. Topcrest offer almost double payment of their idle time. Naturally, employees happy about extra bonus. The last one, relationship between Merbatty and customer. Customer will be happy about the amount they get on the condition that the situation Merbatty face. This little emergency will not affect the relationship between Merbatty and customer. The next impact is production. Since Topcrest is an upstream facility of Merbatty, its efficiency affect Merbatty's profit directly. If change a stable upstream facility can put company in unexpected risk. Cooperating with some certain unfamiliar supplier, Merbatty will not be able to ensure products quality and others. The last impact is financial. In this case of accepting Topcrest offer for compensation, Merbatty will receive 30 per hour euro for any idle time created by delay, 25,000 euro discount for the late delivery to customer, and extra 30,000 euro for Merbatty by way of an apology. If Merbatty reject offer Topcrest and find another supplier, and they need to pay extra cost, which is 50,000 euro for it. Here is the calculation if Merbatty accept the Topcrest compensation. Okay, for the first calculation, we need to find the idle time by created by delay. So as we know, the normal wage rate is 80 euro per hour. So ideally time for on the normal wage rate, which is estimate 5% times to 190 1,000 1,940 refer to the number of employee, time to the hour, which is 142 hour refer to hours per month on average, time to 2 months, time to 10% and times to 80 euro per hour, and we get the answer. And next is ideally time for if offer with top class is 30 euro per hour, which is we can get 88,464 euro. Okay, after we get the ideally time, we need to calculation about how gain that Merbatty receive. So between and differentiate between ideally time with offer that top class given and the normal wage is 35,385.6 euro, and we will deduct with discount that top class offer is 25,000, and we can get 10,385.6 euro, and we plus again with extra gacha that top class offer is 30,000, and we can get the gain is 40,385.6 euro. So if Merbatty find another supplier and they need to expend more money, so we need to assume delivery on 50 January, which is 1.5 months. So ideally time for the created by delay is 39,808.8 euro, which is we get this amount 5% from employee, the number of employee, and we times to the number of hour with a normal rate, which is 80 euro per euro. So we get the answer. So the amount of expenses that occur by Merbatty, which is ideally time at additional cost 50,000, because as the scenario, if Paul find the other supplier and we need to spend 50,000, so this one is additional cost, and the total expenses for this issue, if Merbatty find another supplier, is 35,385.6 euro. Based on the calculation that we calculate, in generally, we assume that Merbatty should accept the top class offer, but Merbatty also have another fantastic solution beside the accepting the contract with top class, which is the Merbatty also can cancel the contract with top class and find another her supplier, because to find another supplier is willing to supply the her at the short notice, it will reduce the probability of customer cancelling the order, and also the market for its ability to resist risk assessment is more better. And another potential solution, Merbatty also can amend the contract with top class and find another her supplier, means Merbatty has to do is to reduce the risk, and Merbatty should not terminate the contract with top class directly, as Merbatty and top class is close relationship. So Merbatty also need to consider with top class conversation. Means that Merbatty also can half, meaning that Merbatty can order half her from the top class and another half order with another supplier. In nutshell, we recommend that Merbatty should considering all the factors, especially financial effect. We suggest that Merbatty should accept top class apology, compensation, and also continue to cooperate with them in order to obtain the greatest profit and maintain a loyal relationship with its upstream supplier, which is top class, than finding a relationship with unfamiliar company at a short notice. If Merbatty finding a new supplier will affect the reputation with customer, because Merbatty will not able to ensure the product's quality. Meanwhile, we recommend Merbatty also need to sign an agreement with top class that if similar situation not happen again. So that's all from us, CARDBURIES Group. So thank you.